Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel for my review on the new Agatha Christie inspired murder mystery film from director Rian Johnson and filled with an extensive A-list celebrity cast. This is Kier's Reviews and this is my review of Knives Out.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to gently request that you all stay in town until the investigation is completed.
Well, he's gently requesting, but I'm gonna have to make that an order. No one move until we figure this all out.
What? Can we ask why? Has something changed?
No.
No, it hasn't changed, or no, we can't ask?
Mr. Stevens, you may continue.
The hype surrounding Knives Out is real high, plain and simple. Most films with this level of hype let down audiences usually, as is the case with most reboots nowadays. However, Knives Out delivers on a scale completely unexpected. With a complete all-star and recognisable cast and a strong story to back it, this film is wonderful from start to finish, keeping audiences interested and guessing the whole time. My highest praise for Knives Out lies in one factor that stayed constant the whole runtime, and that is how the story flowed and what direction it went. The pace of the film was slow for the first hour, but once a big question was answered, it picked up very quickly. Even though the pacing did seem a little muddled, the story knew where it was going and did not stray into irrelevant side plots that would be alternately deemed unnecessary afterwards. Every character, every hidden aspect of Knives Out had a purpose, and that purpose is foreshadowed for further evolutions of the plot later on in the film. No question is left unanswered, and because of this fact, that's why it was so great, leaving no plot holes or anything to complain about. The thing about questions with Knives Out is that it answers its seemingly key plot twist within the first half hour, leaving audiences wondering what the next hour and a half would provide. It's simple, it posed two more questions that were much more interesting than the first. The simplicity of the film lies in its promotional material because the trailers give off a murder mystery whodunit vibe, and that whodunit vibe is there for a short time. Due to this turn in story, it made the whole runtime unexpected and crazily enticing, which is a massive win for the film's outcome.
I just buried my 85-year-old father who committed suicide. Why are you here?
My presence will be ornamental. You will find me a respectful, quiet, passive observer of the truth.
A big attracting factor to Knives Out was the cast, consisting of Daniel Craig, Chris Evans, Ana de Armas, Jamie Lee Curtis, Katherine Langford, Jaeden Martell, Lakeith Stanfield, Toni Collette, Michael Shannon, and Don Johnson, and Christopher Plummer. This cast is A-list celebrities, giving any person a celebrity to draw their interest into. Each cast member performed brilliantly and have kept a lasting impression upon me on just how great each actor was. Given that it is a murder mystery, classifying Knives Out as simply a mystery is more fitting, which gave each cast member a place for themselves to give an edge to what was already an incredibly written story. As much as the overall cast were brilliant together, the highlights I found were Jamie Lee Curtis, Toni Collette, and Ana de Armas. These three actresses purely gave the best performances of their careers in this film. Massive praise after this film will be directed towards Ana de Armas, as her performance was insanely perfect. She understood her character and played it as great as she could have, utilising every emotion she could muster to give viewers someone to invest their interest into. Jamie Lee Curtis was a very compelling, suspenseful character that had an edge to her character, a sharpness that really brought out the cocky, angry character among a family of broken spitefulness. She was surprisingly comedic too, which is a key reason why Toni Collette was wonderful to watch, as both these actresses played off the comedy aspect of the film. It's truly amazing to watch a film with Toni Collette in which she was annoying, but at the same time engaging. Her character had something different to all the others that, to avoid spoilers, I can't reveal.
Stop! Hugh Drysdale?
Call me Ransom, it's my middle name. Only the help calls me Hugh.
Okay. This is Trooper Wagner. I'm Lieutenant Elliott. Just want to ask a few questions.
The reason as to why I mentioned previously that the first act felt very slow was that the movie gave audiences a very extensive introduction to the characters vital to the film's progression. As I said, Knives Out has an extensive cast list of A-list celebrities that anyone could recognise, and for a 2-hour movie to focus a good chunk of its runtime on each of the characters was astounding. Knives Out really gave each cast member a section to connect with the viewers. These sections wouldn't be described as side plots, as the driving force of Knives Out was continuity, so as clues were revealed to the overarching mystery, a new character is focused on, even though throughout the film they are in close proximity to the rest of the cast. As much as Knives Out was full of suspense, character development and surprising twists, the biggest surprise was that the film was very funny. It's a film that has some random outbursts of comedy that sticks throughout the entire runtime. For a mystery thriller like this to hold the comedy it did was probably the most unexpected surprise I've had in recent memory. The mix of comedy and suspense was very balanced, as at one moment you could be laughing, but the next you're focused on the key bits of information spread across a very strongly written script. Comparing this to Quentin Tarantino's films, Knives Out had strong, constant dialogue. There is so much being said in such a short time that a bathroom break could pretty much break the experience, as no line of dialogue in this movie is unnecessary. That's why Knives Out is so memorable. It's because it knew that the strong dialogue keeps it interesting, and by far, this is one of the strongest scripts I've seen utilised well in a film in a long time.
Up your ass.
Oh, very nice.
Matter of fact, eat shit. How's that? Eat shit, eat shit, eat shit.
Smug smile.
Definitely eat shit.
Knives Out is simply one of the best movies of 2019, even though it is a late entry, and it proves in an extensive cast list of A-list celebrities, comedy, thriller, suspense, a strong script of constant dialogue, and enticing twists can mix well. This mix brought out the best in these actors and actresses, and for each of them to get their own allotted time in the runtime to explore their characters further is very impressive. Without a doubt, Knives Out is one of the most wonderfully enticing films of this year, that it's one you simply cannot miss on the big screen, so I'm giving Knives Out a solidly earned 10 out of 10. Thank you so much for watching. Are you going to see Knives Out next week? Let me know below. If you like what you're seeing here and you want to see even more, check out my channel and be sure to have a look at my previous reviews of Zombieland Double Tap and Joker. As always, be sure to follow and subscribe to my YouTube channel. This has been Kiers Reviews, signing off for now.